We're going to look at description. To describe. Description means to be able to tell someone about something or someone. The main features, what you remember, is trying. That's describing. And how do we're going to look at describing a place or even the person. How do you describe a place? You know, you went to, for example, to Rome, Italy, and you came back and you want to describe the place. You want to convince someone to go there. You want to tell the person about the place. How do you describe a place? You know, usually you're going to, you have to answer questions to, to questions like, where is it located? You're going to ask these questions. The person's probably going to be asking the question, so where is it located? What is it famous for? What do they do there? What's your popular food? And what's the weather like? How are the people like? Is it cosmopolitan? What's your main occupation? Those are some of the questions that you might probably hear people ask. And so where is it located at? Where is it? Which continent is it in? Which country is it in? So those are, the questions that you hear people ask in order to wanting to describe a place. And how do you respond to that? Oh, you can use expressions like it's famous for, it's located in, your favorite meals are, your favorite food is, they're good at, the people are, what are they? Cheerful, welcoming. How do they act in the midst of strangers? Those are some of the expressions that you can start off by using. You're good at, their favorite job is, their favorite occupation is, the population is, the weather is, you can see, you probably like there. What I don't like about the place is, what I don't like about the people is, you'll probably not be comfortable with. So these are some of the expressions that you use about describing a place. The vegetation, when you're describing a place, you have to make sure you talk about the vegetation, you talk about the people, you talk about their food, you talk about the population, you talk about the atmosphere, you talk about their favorite food, you talk about how they celebrate, what are different kinds of celebrations there. But even their dressing, what about the temperament of the people around? Are they welcoming? Are they private? Are they shy? You can even go to an extent about talking about your faith, the main religion. What do they practice? What kind of political situation are they? Are they democratic? Is it a monarchy? Is it a one republic? What are they? What do they practice? So it's important when you're describing a place that you say all those things. But then that is probably different from describing a person. When you want to describe a person, especially like missing persons, describing a person, you base mostly on two things: the physical and the behavior, the appearance and the behavior of the person. Those are the main features that people will probably ask you. So it's important that you be a visionary, like be able to have a memory eye, to be able to retain where you most oftentimes when you go like to the police station or wherever, and so especially when someone is missing, the first thing they're going to ask you is, are you able to make a sketch of the person? And most often it's not the entire body, it's most often the face. So it's important that when you look at someone you want to describe, you pay strict attention to the person's face, the visual. What is it that you see? The head, you start with the head. What kind of hair is it? Is it short? Is it coarse? Is it afro? Is it permed? What's the color? Is it blonde? Blonde doesn't mean it's a brownish yellow. Is it blonde? Is it red? Is it black? Is it archy? Archy is a mixture of white and black. You have to be able to describe the color of the head. What is it? Is it long? Is it curly? Is it straight hair? Was it a wig? Was it bald? You should be able to know that. And then you go down to the eyes. How do your eyes look like? Are they sharp? Are they round? What is it? What's the color of the eyeballs? Are they gray? Are they blue? Are they pink? Is it black? What is it that you see? What about the nose? Is it pointy? Is it big? Is it small? Is it large? The ears, you know, you have to be very, very descriptive, especially about their parents. The teeth, did they have a gap tooth? They have no teeth at all? What are they dentures? You know, what do you see? That's the first thing that you see when you describe a person. And then the color of the skin. Is it white? Is it black? Is it mixed? Is it albino? What is it? Then you get to go to, okay, did the person talk? Oh yeah, he or she did. And how did it sound like? Was it with an accent? Was it a heavy accent? Was it a mild one? Do you think you can locate where the accent comes from? You know, how does that person smell like? You know, some people have different scents. Someone that works with cars, someone that works in a farm, someone that works with animals, you know, there are different kinds. You know, is it a strong scent? Is it someone that works even in a fishery with fish? You know, it's different. Is it a strong scent? Is it a mild scent? Is it flowery? Is it sweet? What did it smell like? How does it talk? How is the voice? Is it coarsy? Is it commanding? I mean, those are the different ways that you should be able to say when you're trying to describe someone. And then, of course, you can go down to the physical. What do you see the appearance about the body build? Now it's about body build. Is it curvy? Is it skinny? Is it chubby? Is it short? Is it muscled up? Is it body build? Is it a tall person? Is it a short person? Even an average height person? What is it? Is the person puts on glasses? What is it that you see? What is it that you can retain? What is it, you know, that you remember? That's how you describe you describe someone. And then after you go to distinctive qualities. Well, that person had a birthmark somewhere. Does he have a birthmark maybe on the back, on the lap, on the neck? Was there a tattoo somewhere? Did you know what the tattoo means? Was there a mark somewhere? That person, you know, probably had a cleft lip or multiple earrings. Those are all the way you describe it, different ways that you have to describe someone. Sometimes you go into details if you can. Sometimes you go to, but it's important that you know at least the physical and then the emotions. Was the person too harsh? You know, was the person calm? Was he easygoing? Was he soft-spoken? Was he too loud? You know, was he audible enough? Those are the different. Is it too temperate? Is it a temperate person, easy to anger? Is it someone that is too shy, too timid? Is it someone that is very polite? Is it a polite person, well-groomed person? You know, those are all the appearances, someone that you feel like, you know, that you see. So it's important that you know how to describe either a place and how you describe a person. Now we're going to move on to some grammar. We're going to work on tags, because I know sometimes it could be a bit difficult to understand the tag questions. By the end of this course, you should be able to transfer a question or a statement into a tag question. Of course, we know that tag questions are usually either positive or negative. And then we're going to look at complementary clauses. Complementary, as the word says, complementary clause. It's simple. It's just, it's a word or a phrase or a clause needed to complete a common expression. It complements an expression that we already know. You know, those are expressions that are commonly used, that are commonly known. So and these expressions are mostly, and these words are mostly either an adjective or an adverb. So it complements it. You know, the subject complements the adverb, it complements it at the end of it. So you should be able to know that. And these complements, like I said, mostly, you know, adjectives or adverbs. So that's what it's called, a complement clause. For example, What is some of the expressions that we know of? For example, every morning, e.g. means for example, every morning, is a gift. Every morning is a gift. Every morning is a subject. Gift is a complement. So in every sentence, there must be a subject and a complement. So that's simple. A complement clause is a word, is a phrase, is a clause that is needed to complete, to terminate a common expression. For example, another one of every morning is a gift. Another example could be